Alright, so pull up to a house. Now, when you have your stuff, you also always want to make sure you're making less trips. So, the less trips you guys make, the better it is. Faster you get your maintenance done. Alright, always come up with a bag of salt. You want to come up with a bag of salt, bring your other stuff later, but just the less trips, the better. Alright? So, the first thing we do is we fill up the salt tank with the salt. Now, I understand right now that there's something going on with this softener. Alright, we're going to add my salt. Apparently you can't switch it from front camera to back camera when you're pausing it. Okay, so clearly we can see all this right here is basically overflowing, and we know the softener is not working. So that's number one. Number two, let's come over here and get this thing draining, because that's the most important, fastest part we need to do. Alright, so we got that draining right now. I like to let it fill into here because it's relieving my well pressure right now, okay? Irrigation off, unplugging the pump, checking my outlets. Look at this. Bam, bam. So it looks like it's sealed, see? Boom. Water gets behind there and causes problems. $7, okay? So I see here that tank looks kind of nice and clean. All right, you are getting a little bit of, it looks like tannins actually, the yellowish stuff around here. So we'll let this drain. We've got a downfloat here that's tied pretty well. You can see that the downfloat has a crack. Okay, $69. Also, look, see this? This is going to move and come up and become a problem. All right, that needs to be readjusted. This float looks pretty good. It's tied. It doesn't move around. Okay. I'd like to see it up and down a little more thick, because when it is like this, it does kind of come undone pretty easy. Bio stick. Let's remove this. We're going to check the work order on the notes to make sure if it has bio sticks included. Now that this is stopped, I can check the pressure tank and the well pressure switch. Checking this pressure here. It's not waterlogged, it's nice and light. 25 pounds, that's good to me. Let's go ahead and check this switch. Oh wow, well the switch I would definitely recommend replacing. Alright. We don't even need to check the water on the hardness because we know that it's not working. So we're going to go ahead and deplete this pressure here. That's good pressure. So we're going to come over here to the softener, take this apart, and kind of do a little more investigating. Alright, we got the front cover off here. We're going to turn this. Spins pretty nice. We're going to come behind here. When it's pressurized, we're going to look at the piston and seals to see if there's any water coming out right here. Make sure this doesn't get stuck when you're turning. Okay, that's nice. We're going to check the switch here. Oh wow, that switch needs to be replaced. Look at that thing. Take pictures. Click, click. Take a picture of the other switch. Any issues you see, they got the outlets. I will be taking pictures once I'm done. This, frogs will be getting in here, okay? You want to seal that up. That's... Okay, so we're going to put this in brine draw, see if there's any suction whatsoever. Open this up, see how much water's coming out of here, all right? Get used to when you put these in a backwash, you get to see so much water that comes through here. So I'm going to check this pressure tank real quick while it's depressurized. $25, not waterlogged, nice and light. So I'm going to turn the water back on, plug it in, then check the pressure increase, and then I'm going to open up the softener real quick. Also going to scrub the aerator out. So when I brought my sprayer right here, okay, you can see the top of the lid. You can see the ring around here on the outsides. This, you know what I mean? This on the tank right here, stuff growing. So I'm going to take my sprayer and I'm going to pump it up and spray around everything. Spray the pipes, you know what I mean? Spray up here around the pipes. Okay, I'm going to spray this here. You know, we're maintaining these people's houses. We want to make sure this stuff stays clean. Visuals are everything, even though it's on the outside. Because as they walk past it, it's going to look nice. Plus, they're going to touch up the inside, all along the edges, around the floats. So far we're get all these spray nozzles all the way up here. The lid, okay? Inside the lid. They might need a new lid. Let's go ahead and write that down. Look at the cracked lid they got there. They're going to get bugs and critters in there. Okay, see the green all right here? Let's make this look nice. I mean, bacteria grows there. It becomes a problem. Bacteria comes in the house. People get sick. I mean, just stupid little shit like this, you know? It doesn't have to be done every time. Okay? Now I'm going to scrub down the tank, let it fill back up. Clean the aerator out, left a little bit of bleach at the bottom. Okay, that fills up, that's going to clean the softener and the pipes in the house. So I took this apart, the screen looks good. And when I put it in brine draw when it was flushing, it felt like I was getting something here. I'm guessing this connection isn't good. So I'm going to wait, I'm going to fill out my invoice and then wait for this water to continue filling up. Then I'm going to test it out. By unscrewing this and checking the suction here. I think it's at the J-tube right now. As the aerator's filling, I put the softener back together. So I'm going to take my knife right over here and just go ahead and cut that seal. Look at this. Comes right off, right? Works better than a flathead, okay? Comes right off. That thing. Alright, now I'll pull that off. Struggle a little bit with my knife. This actually works pretty darn good, like this, on both sides of the caulk. Okay. Seems to work pretty well. Okay, we got the boxes all nice and cleared out with the caulk. Okay. The silicone. It was no longer silicone and everything. We already made sure we took pictures. Okay. This is still filling. Real easy. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Okay. Just go ahead, just one light finger. Okay. There we go. Nice new seal. Rainy season won't affect it. And there's one issue we won't have with the floats. Alright, we got the water turned back on to the house. Got this in brine rinse. Alright. I am getting suction. Okay. I'm going to turn this water off over here real quick. Alright, so I'm getting really good suction right here. Okay. Now, I'm going to check my backwash, even though I know it's going to be good. But that's the amount of water that should be coming out. If you don't have a coupling here, cut it and put a 1/2-inch coupling in. This is very important because if this water doesn't come out like this, right here, where the DLFC is getting clogged, which will cause problems, all right? Get used to your flows here. Get used to your flows over there coming out. High pressures, low pressures. All right, so that's working good. So what the heck's going on here? Alright, so I went ahead and cut this because apparently there's salt and stuff down here. Alright, it doesn't go down all the way. So, now think about this. If you cut this, guess what's going to happen? When you put this here, and you put these salt settings to a normal 9 pounds, it's going to put 9 pounds of water in here, but now you cut this, now what's happening is 9 pounds is no longer 9 pounds. 9 pounds could be like 4 pounds because this is too short. So keep that in consideration when you cut these. You might want to jack the settings up a little bit. And we'll go ahead and do that in a second here. We're checking our fittings here for O-rings. That's a nasty looking fitting. I'd probably just replace this and charge them for it. Take pictures and charge them. As soon as I replace that elbow, it started sucking, and you can hear the noise. It's sucking great, okay? Something as stupid like that little fitting, and this not working. This hasn't been working for quite some time, as you can tell. So, they haven't had soft water for quite some time. So, something stupid as that's all it probably was, all right? We're checking the time right here. To adjust it, you push this and you change it. So that is the time, all right? We went every 3 days. 1 day. No, no, yes. No, no, yes. No, no, yes. Perfect, okay? Got the actuator arm, the white arm that I see. Always check that white arm behind because sometimes it is missing. But that's it. Put this back in service. Restore water back to the house. Go leave a door hanger. Have one on you so you don't got to travel back to the truck. And write up the repairs. So this one here we have new 90. Sealing of the outlets, $12, $7. We have, we're going to recommend an acid wash and a sanding system, $49. Both pressure tanks good. Both pressure switches need to be replaced. We cleaned it up, made it look nicer. We do that every little bit of time. It'll look nicer. Replace both switches. Mentioned the irrigation isn't working. And that's it. Oh, and a float. The float and take pictures of everything. So that's it. We knocked on the door. No one answered yet. We're going to try to let them know what's going on. But there is a car here. Try the doorbell one more time. Cleaning up now. They didn't answer. I was going to bring out here and tell them about the float. I'm automatically going to charge them $5 for chlorine spray. Cleaned out the outside, cleaned the tank, chlorine spray, did the, if you do the pad and spray the pad, charge them $5. And I'll finish spraying right now on the floor to clean that up. I was going to show you guys on here, but I can't. So what I do is after I'm done with the work order, I go ahead and make sure that I put all the line items in, everything that needs to be done, a total price for having them call me. But I also sending them the work order by going up to the top right, hit the 3 buttons that hit send work order, and then attaching all the pictures so the customer can see everything that we did and what needs to be done, the cracked floats, the pressure switches, the sealed outlets, the picture of the system you took before or should have, but we didn't, I didn't tell you. But always make sure because when you chlorine that unit, you send them before and after, we needed to clean it, so we showed them that it got cleaned. And that's it.